trying this again. Sorry. We are going to reflect this across the x-axis, and I just did this using the wrong rule. So the x-axis is x negative y. There is no flipping on this. So again, we're going to write this rule, x negative y, and we're going to write all our points. Alright, so there is no switching, there's only changing the sign of the y. Okay, so again, x is normally where it is, but y has a little negative sign right here. Okay, so let's do that. All I'm going to do is change the y values. For e, 2, 1 becomes 2, negative 1. For p, 1, 0, the 0 does not change. And then for r, 1, negative 1, the y value, instead of being negative, is positive. And then for m, 4, negative 4, instead of negative, that negative 4 becomes a positive 4. So if you can plot all 4 of those points, you will get a figure that is reflected across the x-axis. Okay. Now number 2 is different because 2 you will have to do 2 changes. This says to rotate 90. So we go back and we see rotate 90 is right there. So this rule is negative y comma x. So I'm going to write that rule, negative y comma x. So notice there is a switching of x and y after you change the sign of the y. So let's do that. First thing I want to do is actually write my points. So b is 1, 0. Okay, d is 0, negative 3. X is 4, negative 1. Alright, and then I'm going to take all those and I'm going to change the y and flip them. So on b, the y is 0. That doesn't change. When I flip the order, I get 0, comma 1. For letter D, 0, negative 3, that y value, negative 3, becomes positive, and then I switch the order to get 3, comma 0. Notice the 2 changes I did. And then for x, 4, negative 1 becomes 1, comma 4. We plot these 3 points, and you can see I get a triangle that has been rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, going, as one would say, to the left. Okay. Alright, number 3 says translate it. It's kind of hard to see this, but it says to translate the quadrilateral 1 unit left and 4 units down. So if I was going to write a rule for this, 1 to the left means minus 1, because left is negative, and then 4 units down means minus 4, because down is negative. Sometimes you're going to have positives where you'll have to add, so right or up would be positive. But let's write our points first. So we got negative 3, 3 for A. Negative 3, 5 for K. Negative 1, 5 for M. 0, 2 for D. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those numbers and I'm going to do the change. So the x's are going to be subtracting 1 and the y's are going to be subtracting 4. So for letter A, negative 3 minus 1, negative 4. 3 minus 4, negative 1. For K, negative 3 minus 1, negative 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. And then 2 minus 4 is negative 2. So that was a lot of mental math of adding and subtracting positive and negative numbers, which can be kind of confusing. Another way you can do it is just by literally going to your graph and going left 1 and then down 4. That also works. Okay. The only problem with that is that you're going to have to give me the coordinates after that. So you still got to know your coordinates. Okay. But you can see we end up with the same figure shifted left 1 and down 4. It should look correct. Last but not least, we got number 4. We want to reflect over y equals x. So if you go to the front of your notes, again, we're not talking about x-axis, we're not talking about y-axis, we're talking about y equals x. It's a diagonal line like you see over here. Y equals x. So my rule is y comma x. So let's write that down. Y comma x. All that happens is that they switch. So first I'm going to write down my points. -4, 2 for h. 0, 3 for n. 2, 2 for v. And then -3, 0 for q. I'm going to use my rule. But I want you to notice, all we're doing is switching x and y. xy becomes yx. Just flipping. So h, -4 and 2, if I switch those, I get 2, -4. 0, 3 becomes 3, 0. 2, 2 is still 2, 2. And I ain't talking about no ballet. LOL. -3, 0 becomes 0, -3. And then plot your points. Remember, y equals x is a diagonal line going through the origin up 1 over 1. So this is what I'm going to be reflecting across. So 2, -4, 3, 0, 2, 2, 0, -3 gives me the same shape reflected off that diagonal line. And those are 4 examples of transformations that you're doing on the assignment. Show me you can do that.